Morning. Here we have a 89 M200 semi-automatic machine set up with the dies for the common sense turn button. The upper die with the large spring is going to be the upper. It goes in upper, and the lower one with the spring-loaded oval in the lower. For the purposes of video, I've moved the finger guard out of the way for now. Now, to get the proper attachment on the machine, you want to trip up here the clutch cage and roll it over by hand. And as you can see, the dies just touch, or as I say, kiss, and then the spring barely collapses. That's a good starting point. You can take it back home. Now, you want to make sure you oriented these dies the proper way. We tend to do it side to side like this, and it's important that you get this upper die oriented in the same timing as the lower die, because it will properly lay over the legs. If the legs aren't being laid over properly, more than likely one of your dies isn't matching with the other. So at this point, we already preset the pinch on it. In your case, you may have to set the pinch. The machine comes with 4 wrenches total. You have the large wrench, next down, that one, and then the smallest. The smallest is for the dies. This one is for the compensator. The machine's compensator should be preset. You shouldn't have to use this. This is the one for bringing the pinch up or loosening. Next wrench, you want to loosen this screw. This screw stays tight. You don't mess with it. All it does is keep that from turning. Then you take this wrench and you put it up in the bottom and move it around till you find it gets in the screw. And you could literally turn it like that to tighten your pinch. As you can see, this comes up, or loosen your pinch. And that's how you basically run it up. I can keep going clockwise and it'll lower my setting, it'll loosen the pinch, or I can go counterclockwise to tighten the pinch. Somewhere in here should be where this is set at. Once done, tighten this screw. Now your pinch is set, but you may have to roll it over a few times just to make sure. Depending on your material thickness is what's going to determine your pinch setting. You set that there. We went ahead and pre-punched this using the hand tool. Put this in the material. Set it on the die. And you set the washer in there. And again, you want to be consistent in how you orientate this once you get the pinch set and you're making regular attachments. As you can see, the legs are still sticking up a little bit, so I need to tighten the pinch. I need to bring this up a little bit more. It needs to look more like this here, where they're actually down all the way. Once you get the desired pinch setting, your machine is ready to use, other than the fact that you'll have to set your lower finger guard. This one here, I'll have to tighten the pinch, but let's say the pinch was set already. I'm going to set this lower finger guard just barely above the lower die. And the upper finger guard, we had to go, normally the machine comes with a small one, but because of the size of the die, we had to go with a larger one. What this does is this comes down and the 2 finger guards hit. And if there's a finger in between there, like you had your finger under there, this isn't going to come down far enough to make the micro switch under here so the machine won't trip and destroy your finger. So depending on your application, the thickness, like this one here, this is thin. You just want to make sure that it's set so that if a finger is in there, it's not tripping the machine with the micro switch under here. Of course, we do this enough to where we know about where to set it, and this is a good setting right here.
Quarter inch.
And yeah, generally
Quarter to 3/8 of an inch.
we use wrenches. We use Allen wrenches, and we consider a finger to be about the size of well, this is my we figure a finger is a 3/8 wrench on SAE, so it shouldn't trip on this, and then 5/16 it should trip on this, is the way we set it. So this one here, it should not trip. As you can see, it's not tripping. But this one here, it should.
Well, that's fine that it doesn't trip. Though.
And it's fine that it doesn't trip. But right there, I got it just right.
Yeah.
So that's the way we set it up. But if an operator puts their finger in there, it's not going to trip. So that's why it's important to set these properly. A lot of customers move them out of the way. I understand, but that's you taking a risk. So beware. Anything you'd like to add, Mark?
No, I think that was good.
Okay, thank you.